My name is Shania Thomas. I apologize for the video quality, but I couldn't record on my phone because I don't have enough storage. So my laptop was the only thing that I had, and I'm trying to speak loud enough so you can hear me because I know that the quality is really bad, but I'm trying my best. Okay. So, like I said, my name is Shania Thomas, and the topic for my speech is poverty in Louisiana. The small towns that are in Louisiana are very poor. No one really cares or seems to think it is a big deal, but I am very intrigued by it. It just bothers me that no one wants to help build a community. We don't even have to start off big or major. We can start by building up abandoned establishments, raising money to see how far we can grow, and or speaking or reaching out to bigger cities who are willing to help us. These local towns in Louisiana can help each other by coming out, coming together, and building a better generation. Many know how it feels to come from a town, community, or city of nothing, constantly being judged by because of who I am and where I'm from. I do not want my future children to have to go through the same thing, as in education, living environments, and more. We should want our future children and their children to have a better environment and have a better place to live and grow their family in. So we should start now. This brings me to my first main point, which are my two problems. My two problems are crime and being homeless. First, crime. Crime in Louisiana, it's about 26,000 violent crimes reported in 2021, or 564 for every 100,000 people. The highest violent crime rate amongst 41 states in available data. Meanwhile, the national violent crime rate stands at 334 incidents per 100,000 people. And my second problem is being homeless. Being homeless has been a problem throughout all America, but in Louisiana, it's very bad. With the minimum wage being only $7.25, it is harsh to reach living expenses for some. You have to think about transportation, bills, family, insurance, and more. And I'm not even gonna lie, the minimum wage being $7.25 in Louisiana is very embarrassing because when I was in class, when I first got to Philander, and I realized how high their minimum wage was above us, I'm like, I can get a job here, I can make money faster. And then, for example, I was in class one day, we were talking about like minimum wage and where everyone was from, and somebody asked me like what was our minimum wage in Louisiana, and I was like 7.25, and the whole class was just like shocked, like because they like y'all really get paid like starting off that low and have to live by that, and I was like yeah, but like our expenses and stuff we have to buy in our small town, of course, is very cheaper from where they come from in their bigger cities, so they understood, but hopefully down on the line, they can raise that. And this brings me to my second main point, the cause of my problems. First, the cause of crime. The cause for crime could be something so simple as not having enough money, possibly not sharing power, inequality, and or low value placed on children and individual well-being. Crime in Louisiana definitely increases over the years. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, and I don't want to sound racist or anything, but majority of the crime in Louisiana is African Americans. And I just feel like, it can be something caused by simple as how you're being raised and, your family and your background. And I hate to say it, but I mean, yeah, African Americans are at the top peak of crime rate in Louisiana right now. And this brings me to my second main point for my cause for being homeless. You can be homeless with things such as drug addiction or escaping violence and outreach housing, or also the causes of become these are all the causes of being homeless. I say drug addiction simply because I know a lot of people who fell deeply into drug addiction and they're homeless now. And escaping violence, I mean, some might look at escaping violence as, being homeless. Like, for an example, my friend in high school, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's not homeless, but his family, like, they don't help him at all, and he turned to selling drugs and selling things of illegal things of that nature to not illegal things of that nature to help him, like, to help him get on his feet, and his family wasn't too fond of that, and he became homeless. So yeah, that's an example I wanted to use. And the solution for my problems are for crime, we can have better police to prevent the crime in Louisiana. Like, if we hire better police, like, out of our towns or out of our cities, then it would be so much better because simply the people that we have on our police staff, they know everyone. And since our town is so small, like everybody knows everybody. So for instance, if my cousin gets arrested, he's most likely easy to get out of jail or get a low sentence because we have a family member in the police staff. So I find that very, not good for our community because you're cheating them out of how they really should be treated, if you understand where I'm coming from. And my second solution to being homeless is we can simply build more shelters and have people volunteer to help get them off their feet. We don't have many shelters in Louisiana, and I wish we did, but we can start by building more shelters and, feeding them and clothing them. Like, not saying you have to buy them new clothes, but simply small things of if you have clothes that you can't fit anymore, like we can donate them to the homeless. And yeah, finding solutions to make Louisiana better and coming together as a community would definitely help build the poverty in Louisiana. Um, in conclusion, I think that if Louisiana, you know, if we wasn't in poverty, like we would be in the maybe the top 10 states, and if our crime rates wasn't so high, we would definitely be in the top 10 states. And I just think we got to come together and we just have to really build amongst each other and trust each other to have a better community and have a better state, because I want Louisiana to be a better state. Like, I want to have kids and let my kids have kids and bring them back to where I'm from to show them, like, it wasn't really that bad. Like, look where we are now. Like, and if they want to move there, then they can. And I have my 3 articles here. Called My first article is 5 Louisiana cities among top 50 in the U.S. and 5 Louisiana cities among top 50 in U.S. in rating out of migration. And my second one is the effect of Louisiana Medicaid expansion on affordability of healthcare. And my third one is think crime is bad in New Orleans, Baton Rouge. It is, but there are 3 Louisiana cities where the rates are higher. And I'm going to email you my 3 articles here. I'm going to email you my bibliography, and yeah, thank you.